Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in our truth and sincerity. To USA Shalom. This is brother Amawan Ariyah from GMS Charlotte, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. And in this lesson, I want to go into this article from the People's Voice.tv, and it reads, South Dakota and Georgia criminalize key Bible teachings under anti-Sem laws. And we have been warning through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that these devils were coming after the scriptures, all right? Because these scriptures are exposing Esau more than ever, okay? And the men of the Lord that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has set up on the highways and byways and to, do these digital epistles, all right, we have been commanded to pretty much, expose Esau for all the wickedness that is being done in the earth, okay? And he's feeling the heat. So he's coming, all right, with these different legislations to pretty much, do away with the scriptures, because this Bible is killing him, man. All right. So we're going to read into this. It reads, new legislation enacted in South Dakota and Georgia has criminalized important Bible teachings under the guise of protecting Ish people from anti-Sem. It says Governors Kristi Noem and Brian Kemp signed a bill into law codifying for state purposes the International Holocaust Remembrance Association, IHRA's working definition of anti-Sem. Now, before we go any further, we want to, continue to harp on the point of this whole anti-Sem narrative, all right, is a defense mechanism that Esau Edom set up to, to protect himself, man. Just as you have the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, which are all, different things that Esau has set up to protect himself, from the Inquisition that's being made on him through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai through his men that he set up on the highways and byways. So dealing with this anti-Sem narrative, number one, as we always go into, there's no such thing as anti-Sem, because it should be anti-Shem, and it's impossible for us to be anti-Shem because we are Shemitic. Just as the so-called white man, Esau Edom, he's Shemitic. So are you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and, Moab, Ammon, I believe, and Ishmael. All right, just giving examples. So we can't be anti-Sem or Shem because we all descend from Shem. All right. And like I said, this whole thing of calling and labeling somebody anti-Sem, it's a farce, man, because the definition goes back to, this is submersive ish writer Moritz Steinschneider. It says he invented the term anti-Sem in 1860. The term is used to silence those that dare to expose Ish crimes. All right. And this is why they're going so hard with that narrative of anti-Sem, because that's a fail-safe for them to protect themselves against all the allegations that are being brought against them. Because, like I mentioned earlier, matter of fact, let me get that. It is an inquisition that is being made on these devils, man. And he's being found out to be exactly that, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 9. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. Right. And so the men of the Lord are finding out all the wickedness that's being done by you devils, and we're bringing it forth so that the whole world can understand what is being done. Okay, and through the internet is how this devil is ultimately being exposed, man. All right, let me get one more. Because when you go, matter of fact, before I even do that, let me go into this word Inquisition. I don't know where my blue letter. I'm not blue letter. Anomon isn't on here, so let me do this. All right, just so you get some edification out of this. All right, so Inquisition, it says a judicial investigation, act, or process of inquiring. It says a searching into, a seeking legal examination, a seeking of grounds for accusation. And what is the case that is being brought forward? That you so-called white people, starting with you elites, that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of, and everything that you're doing is ultimately set up to come against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and X him out, so that you can bring forth your Satanism, all right, to the world, to where you're trying to reshape the world into your image and completely remove Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua from the picture. All right. So as we understand, like it says again, Wisdom of Solomon 1:9, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly. The sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds, because the Lord has set up men to call you out through the internet, man. All right. This is Psalm 94:16. Who shall rise up for me against the evildoers, or who shall stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And the Lord has set up the prophets, all right, the men of the Lord that you see out here doing these videos on the highways and byways, teaching the scriptures the correct way and exposing all the lies that this devil has spread throughout the world, man. All right, we're uncovering all the different things that Esau Edom has pretty much brought out through the internet, man. All right, like it says in 2 Corinthians chapter, I think that's chapter 3. Let me get that real quick. Because, hey, you evildoers, you devils are being exposed through the men of the Lord, all right, through these scriptures. And then we have the internet through various articles, you know, and things that we pull out to substantiate the things that we bring out to continue condemn you devils, man. All right. Damn, that's one of my favorite scriptures. I can't remember it now. Let's see. Second Corinthians 10:3. That's what it was. All right. 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahushua. Right. So, hey, we're casting down all the imaginations, all the lies, the deceit, the trickery. We're exposing everything that you devils have put out to deceive the world. All right, through this little season that you have been loose. All right, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is bringing truth out through his men. All right, and so because of that, as I mentioned, hey, these devils they feel threatened, which is why they have to move as such to do these different things to try to block this word from going out and stop the prophets from exposing them, man. All right, because hey, well, us being sent out to pretty much call out you devils. All right, hey, they see the videos, man. They see the people waking up, and they are afraid, man. You know, they see that hey, they can't stop the narrative from pretty much being spoken on. This is why they're trying to pass that TikTok ban, which is not just going to ban TikTok. It's going to ban all social media sites, to where pretty much you're not going to be able to have your own account. All right, which is all leading up into that social credit score, which is pretty much they're not going to allow anybody to speak out against them, because they understand that hey, this, like you had what's my man name from the head guy from the ADL, think his name is like Greenbach or whatever. He had said that we have a TikTok problem because the Gen Z, they're not buying the narrative that you small hats are the victims anymore, man. Because that situation that's going on over there in Gaza, all right, they see that those Palestinians are the true victims, and those are Israelis, they're looked at as the pretty much the problem, man. All right, and as the men of the Lord have been bringing out through the Spirit, you small hats, man, you are the problem in the world, man. All right, you are the ones that constantly are bringing forth all these problems that we see in the world, man. All right, which is why the Lord commanded us. I'm gonna come back to this. Oh wow, Salakia. All right, this is Isaiah 62:6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So the Lord posed the question about who was going to stand up for him against the evildoers and call out the workers of iniquity. And so we're constantly doing these videos, crying out to our power, all right, to come and take this devil down, man. And like I said, these videos have reached up to the gates of the nobles, to where these elites, they see that this is a growing problem, because you got Jake waking up more and more, and people are beginning to realize that these devils are the problem in the earth, man. Because all these videos are going out, it's starting to influence the people, to where everybody is now, you know, looking at these devils with the side eye, because now everything is starting to click that they're the problem, which is why he's going to have to pass these different laws to outlaw the Bible, man. All right. So this is why we constantly tell you, hey, man, get this word while you're still able to, because the famine of the word is fastly approaching. And this this bill that was just passed was one of many of the steps that Esau is taking to remove this word, man. All right. Which is really Yahweh by Shem Shah beginning to close up, the gates of mercy, man. Okay, this is Amos 8:11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Shah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of the hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro and seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it, right? Because there's going to come a point in time to where we're not going to be able to go out and preach this word anymore, man. All right, Esau is already making it harder as it is, to where on these videos we have to speak and code it, because certain things that we say will get our video took down and our channel struck, man. To where brothers then had numerous channels taken off YouTube, man, and it's just getting harder and harder to bring out these words. This is why, like I said, we have to speak in code, man. All right, with the scriptures that prophesy to that, man. All right, so going back to this article, it says, however, the anti-sim laws do not just make it illegal to use symbols and images associated with anti-sim to criticize Israelis or Israel. They also make it a criminal offense to preach key parts of the Holy Bible, right? Because through us out here teaching, it is causing a uproar in this kingdom, just as what happened in Rome when the Israelites was back then teaching, man. Okay? Because, hey, Israel caused such a controversy back then that they were expelled out of Rome. And we're getting to that point again, to where the prophets are becoming so much of a problem, to where Esau has to take measures to get the prophets off the scene, man. All right? This is Acts 17:16. That's Acts 17:6, Salaki. It says, and when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These that have turned the world upside down are come thither. Okay, because here it is, all these videos that's going out. All right, going over all the different things, the exposing the lies, going into the breakdowns, going into the prophecies of how, you know, America, Babylon the Great is about to be destroyed. All right, how Esau is moving to bring forth this RFID technology, which is the mark of the beast. You know, all these different things are being, you know, brought out to where it's causing a stir in the world, man, to where these devils have seen that this word has become a problem, which is why they can no longer ignore this, man. All right, as I said and quoted earlier, the scripture said that these. I'm gonna just get it real quick. Isaiah 13:1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. And that's exactly how this word is to these devils, man. It's a burden, okay? Because when you look up this word burden, you know, let's go into it. Not seeing none I really like on this one. Let me see. Burden, it says a load, that which is borne or carried. Leading idea, main topic. And hey, the Israelites has become the main topic of conversation everywhere. You can't listen to anything anymore about the topic of the Israelites being discussed, man. Hey, you go, like, for example, you know, you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, which, you know, is one of the most popular, you know, podcasts out there. He's constantly speaking of the mark of the beast, man. All right, and almost every guest that he brings on, that question comes up about the mark of the beast. He's speaking about the chariots. All right, he's going into, you know, the social credit score, the image of the beast. All right, then you go on to these different platforms, man. The Israelites are constantly being brought up, whether it's, you know, outright or in you know, in various different means, man. But the Israelites are the topic of conversation, which is why this word has now become a burden to this place, man. So I'm gonna read it again. It says the Isaiah 13:1, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble. And that banner is being lifted, because that standard that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is raising, all right, which is showing you that the house of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel, is being risen up, all right, and hey, that standard is being lifted for our people to come back to, okay, and hey, as we're coming out here, we're rebuking our people, all right, as you see us, you know, waving the hand while we're teaching, rebuking our people to repent and come back unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and put the ways of Babylon the Great away, man. Okay, and like I said, these words have reached to the gates of the nobles, to the elites. All right, they watch these videos, man. They know who each and every one of you brothers are. All right, they know who's watching these videos, man, and they're categorizing, you know, all you believers as we speak, to where, hey, when this thing goes down, man, hey, expect heavy persecution, which is why this article is so heavy, because we understand what's coming with this, man. Okay, this is showing you that Esau is making his move against the prophets, man. All right, and we've been seeing this brewing for years. You had Trump a couple years ago, when he was still in office, mention how they had to do something about the prophets of doom. Who was he talking about? He was talking about us, man. Okay, because when you go into that word doom actually means justice, man. Because as we go into the destruction of Babylon the Great, that destruction is actually justice that Yahweh Shem Shah is bringing for all the wickedness that this place is bringing, man. All right, and that justice, is, that doom, pretty much is going into Esau Edom's destruction, man. All right, so these elites, they hear these words, man, and they're afraid, man. All right, they know everything that we're saying is true. They know these scriptures, man. All right, this is James 2:19. It's like I said, Job. James 2:19. It says, "Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble." Right. So they know that Yahweh Shem Shai is real, and they know that Yahweh Shai is returning, all right, to wage war on these devils, man. And so when we bring out what Yahweh Shai is going to do when he returns, man, and this puts fear in these devils because we're in his kingdom, telling them to their face that they're about to be destroyed. Them and their kingdom is about to be brought down, man. And so these devils, they're afraid, man, because they know that the things that we're saying is true. So they have to, try to mitigate, that fear by, trying to, get us out the way, man. Which is why they're putting these different laws in the book to come against us, man. All right. So let's finish out this article. It says, for example, the IHRA definition of anti-Sem includes the symbols, using the symbols and images associated with classical anti-Sem, e.g., Jews killing Jesus, or blood libel to characterize Israel or Israelis. According to the new anti-Sem law, preaching key passages from the Gospel of Matthew, which clearly states that Jews killed Yahushua or Jesus, is now illegal in Georgia and Dakota, so not South Dakota. So now Esau is criminalizing different parts of the scriptures. And what does that show you? That they're coming after the Bible, man. All right. Now they're making it a crime to where you are you'll get locked up for reading Bible verses, which we've been seeing this already happening in certain parts of the world where you're seeing people jailed for reading the scriptures, man. All right. So this is how we see this is coming, man. All right. This is Slacky, not this one. That is a good one too, but that's not what I want. This is what I want. Isaiah 29:21. It says that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of not right. So these devils are trying to, criminalize the prophets for bringing out the scriptures, man. All right. But we understand that these things are going to take place, man, because Yahushua prophesied that this was going to happen. All right. So you already had in Canada, Trudeau passed that law to where if you're reading the scriptures, out in public, you're liable to be jailed or hit with I think it was like a $500 fine or something like that. And then different parts of the world pretty much, already have these laws down as well, man. So these devils are putting these things on the books to come against us, man. Okay? It says Georgia and South Dakota are not the only states in the U.S. guilty of legislating against biblical teachings and Christianity. All right? So now, you so-called Christians, you are having a war raised on you as well, man. So all you holier than thou Christians that want to come against the Israelites and proclaim that we're wrong, your beliefs are being impeded as well, man. So we're gonna see, how strong you stand on your beliefs, man. Okay. It says the IHRA definition of anti-Sem has been codified in 35 U.S. states, 91 U.S. cities, and municipalities. The U.S. State Department and U.S. President Joe Biden's national strategy to combat anti-Sem. All right. And so, like I said, man, we here. This is what we have been warning you about. Hey, the Lord is about to draw back his hand and remove his prophets and his word from, from the world, man. Okay. So this is why the exhortation has been going so hard. All right. For you brothers and you sisters, you believers, to pretty much, get for real with this, man. Stop playing, get your spirit right with Yahweh Shem Shai and soak up as much as this knowledge, wisdom, understanding as you can before it's taken away, man. All right, and hey, we are witnessing the Lord literally beginning to dry up the water, man. All right, the water being this word, man. Okay, so hey, this is it, man. Hey, Passover is within the next 2 days. Hey, anything can happen once the Passover comes in, man. We know that it's always something heavy that happens right after we hold the Passover, man. So, hey, we're gonna witness a lot of things happening, man. We know that you got the eclipse, coming in a couple weeks on April 8th. You have the Devil's Comet. You have another blood moon coming. It's gonna be major signs that the Lord is going to be showing to let you know that this shit about to get real, man. So you got to make sure that your spirit is right, man. Okay, this is why, hey, how about Shemi Awashai constantly make it known that, man, he's not playing, man. All right, so we got to make sure that we're on point, coming in into these times, man. All right, I'm gonna end with this. Second Ezra 14:13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Yeah, set thy house in order, man. Your house, beginning with your spiritual house, man. All right, hey, your spirit, your mental, all right, and then going into your actual house. You got a family. Getting your affairs in order, getting prepared for the evil days, man, because they draw nigh, man. Okay, it says, and reprove thy people, comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption, let go from the immortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, because this shit is about to get real. We are literally about to be thrown in the fire to where, hey, your faith is going to be put to the test to see if you truly believe in Yahweh Shemi Awashai and these words that we're reading. We're going to have to live out these scriptures. We're literally going to be living like the book of Eli in this day, where if you've seen that movie, Denzel's character literally had he was living the scriptures, all right? Like it tells you in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8 and 9, man. We're going to have to live these scriptures, man, okay? So everything that we're reading about, all these videos that we're watching and learning from, these are going to have to be in us, all right, when this time comes, man, because we don't got much longer before the Lord closes this thing up and it's go time, man. All right, so we got to make sure that we're on point. All right, it says, for greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, and shit's about to get real, man. All right, like I said, man, after every Passover, it's always something that happens that it shapes the year, and Lord willing, this will be our last Passover, in Babylon the Great, man. All right, Lord willing, this will be the year where the Lord Yahushua returns and destroys this kingdom and delivers the elect. Lord willing, that's each and every one of us that's out here laboring and that's believing, man. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to end it right here. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To you, I say shalom.